Hello learners! I hope you are doing great. Get ready as we embark on learning adventures as we explore the world of English. I am your teacher in English, Ma'am Jenny Labahata, and I will be discussing with you a topic in English for quarter 3 week 5, and that is all about citing evidence. Let's look first on the objectives of today's lesson. As you take your journey on this module, you are expected to distinguish the general statement in the given paragraph, identify pieces of evidence that support the given general statement, give general statement about one school, and cite evidence to support the given general statement. Alright, before we proceed to our lesson, let's play a game. Are you excited? It is 4 picks, 1 word. You're going to form a word from the picture clues. Let's start. First picture is Pikachu holding a magnifying lens. Second, someone is pointing on a fingerprint. Third is Conan. And fourth picture is a CCTV camera robot. Our clues are letters T and V. What do you think is the answer? Right, detective. Next, first picture is making experiment. Second, detective is looking for something. Third, a scientist detecting a virus. And fourth, a man watching a videotape. Our clues are letters D and E. What's the word? Correct, evidence. For the next slide, first picture, they are holding each other. Second, 2 kids are hugging. Third, a boy is helping his playmate. And fourth picture, a balloon with a cheer up message. Our clues are letters U and O. And the word is support. You've got it right. Do you know him, class? Did you watch also his movies? Yes, he is Detective Conan in a popular Japanese comic and anime. He is a young detective who solves crimes. Are you ready to be a young detective like Detective Conan? Let's see on this activity. Do you believe it? These are some quotations of famous people around the world. Thumbs up if you believe on the statements, and thumbs down if not. Justify your answer by giving evidence or explain it by giving examples. For our first example, success is the sum of all efforts by R. Collier. May I see your answer? Very good. Thumbs up. Our evidence is our hard works or small efforts that leads to success. Example, if we study hard now, there is a possibility to achieve our goal in the future. Next slide, the more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. By Dr. Seuss. And your answer is thumbs up, correct. Our evidence is reading will take us to different places and broadens our knowledge. It will take us to places we have never been. Let's move on to the next quotation. Learning is never done without errors and defeat by Vladimir Lenin. And the answer is thumbs up again. Our evidence is we learn from our mistakes. Through them, we become wiser and stronger. Very good, class. You're doing great. Explaining to someone without any proof or evidence is very hard. Without a proof, they will not be convinced that what you are saying is true. That is why citing evidence that supports the statement of the speaker is necessary. Presenting strong evidence such as opinions of credible persons, statistics, facts, Examples, maps, charts, or graphs are very helpful to prove the validity of a general statement. We have different types of evidence. First, quotations. These are words that are taken from any passage, speaker, or writer. We present this in our previous activity. Next, statistics. These are mathematical analysis that uses numerical data. It teaches people to make an accurate conclusions about population. Next type is facts, or information which is known to be true and acceptable by everybody. For example, the Philippines is a tropical country. Next, we have examples or representations or models of one's points. Next, maps. These are visual illustrations which tell locations. We can even use our phones for driving directions. Charts are graphical images that give information. Businesses use this to make information and make sense of data. Last, the graphs are diagrams that show relationship. It presents data that are too numerous or complicated. These types are very helpful in finding evidence. There are two terms that you need to remember. First is text evidence. It is a proof or information which tries to explain or justify the speaker's or writer's words as true and valid. It uses specific examples and ideas from a text to help support and further define your own claims and ideas. It gives your words validity and strength. The second term is general statement. It gives facts or generally acceptable and valid ideas. It is a claim that needs to be proven. It is usually expresses the main point or main idea of a piece of writing. Let's have an example. The rainforest is home to many creatures. Monkeys, birds, reptiles, amphibians, and mammals live in the rainforest. Butterflies and anteaters also live in the forest. Now let's find the general statement and text evidence from this paragraph. The general statement is the rainforest is home to many creatures. While the text evidence is monkeys, birds, reptiles, amphibians, and mammals live in the forest. Let's have another example. Homeless people have many problems. In winter, it's hard to stay warm and it gets too hot in summer. It's also hard to keep things safe without a home. Worst is the lack of privacy. Let's find the general statement and text evidence. For general statement, homeless people have many problems. And the text evidence is in winter, it's hard to stay warm and it gets too hot in summer. It's also hard to keep things safe without a home. Worst is the lack of privacy. Did you got the same answer? Very good. Now try this activity. Read the letter of Jenny to a shopping store online. Then answer the questions that follow. Dear Sir, I ordered a remote control excavator toy last Monday, but the package was badly damaged. As a proof, I also sent you a picture of a damaged package. The toy was damaged as well and cannot be played. I ordered it for my son's birthday next week. I am now asking for its replacement because my son really wants this toy for his birthday. I look forward for your response and hope that you can resolve this problem. Thank you, Jenny. What evidence supports Jenny's claim that the package arrived was damaged? A. The toy was broken. B. He wanted a replacement for a refund. Or C. He had a picture of the damaged package. The answer is correct. Letter C. He has a picture of the damaged package. What evidence supports the claim that the toy was also damaged? A. The toy cannot be played. B. The toy has scratches. Or C. The toy doesn't have any batteries in the box. The answer is right. Letter A. The toy cannot be played. What evidence supports the claim that Jenny needs the replacement of the toy? A. Jenny will play it together with his son. B. Jenny will give the toy as a gift to his son's birthday. Jenny doesn't need the replacement anymore. Nice! Letter B. Jenny will give the toy as a gift to his son's birthday. Now answer the following. Activity 1 and 2 on page 5 to 7 and check your understanding on page 7 to 8 of your self-learning module. I know you are ready for this. Let's practice together. For the next slide, you will read a short paragraph, then you will answer the given questions. What is the general statement in the text? Which evidence proved the general statement? And what is the main cause of child labor? Let us read the text. Note the important details as you read it. According to COVID-19 and child labor, a time of crisis, a time to act. Child labor decreased by 94 million since 2000, but the gain now is at risk. Children already in child labor may be working longer hours or under worsening conditions, the report says. More of them may be forced into worse forms of labor which cause significant harm to their health and safety. In the times of crisis, child labor becomes a coping mechanism for many families, said UNICEF Executive Director Henrietta Fore. As poverty rises, schools close and the availability of social services decreases, more children are pushed into the workforce. As we reimagine the world post-COVID, we need to make sure that children and their families have the tools they need to weather similar storms in the future. Quality education, social protection services, and better economic opportunities can be game changer. First question, what is the general statement in the text? And your answer? Nice! Child labor decreased by 94 million since 2000 but the gain now is at risk. Which evidence proves the general statement? What are your answers? Very good! Children already in child labor may be working longer hours or under worsening conditions, the report says. More of them may be forced into worse forms of labor, which cause significant harm to their health and safety. Child labor becomes a coping mechanism for many families. As poverty rises, schools close, and the availability of social services decreases, more children are pushed into the workforce. What is the main cause of child labor? Right, increasing rate of poverty. Well done, learners! For you, why is citing evidence important? Right, the ability to find and cite evidence is a lifelong skill that will help students throughout school and in their career choice. For the next test, let's test yourself. Read the short excerpt and answer the questions that follow. In a faraway mountain, there was a happy couple, Ethel and Ariel, living together with a very simple life. They used to live in a nipa hut, eat foods from their farm, and catch fishes from the river. The husband was a farmer working all day at the farm. An excerpt from the story The Good Harvest by Richie Javier. Based on the text, how do you know that Ariel is a farmer? A. He had tools. B. He wore a hat. C. He had abundant harvest. Letter D. He worked all day at the farm. And your answer is? Correct. Letter D. He worked all day at the farm. What type of person is Ariel? A. Hardworking. B. Helpful to others. C. Obedient. Or D. Courageous. What is your answer? Very good. A. Hardworking. What relationship did Ethel and Ariel have? They were blank. A. Neighbors. B. Colleagues. C. Husband and wife. Or D. Brother and sister. Tell me your answer. You've got it right. C. Husband and wife. This time, answer post-test on page 7 of the self-learning module. And for your assignment, answer reflective learning sheet on page 8 of the self-learning module. Here you are, my grade 7 learners. We are done with another learning venture. Remember,